Hello guys, today we're gonna do some work. We're gonna go to town on 3 terabyte Western Digital MyBook, an older unit that you don't see too many coming in no more. It's a thick guy like this, you know, lots of bolts in here, and pretty heavy drive. So the drive was dropped, and as typical of dropped hard drives, it's making clicking noises now. So how to recover data from a clicking hard drive? I've had this channel for many years now, and I am yet to see a comment on the channel saying, wow, Erkan, your video on a head swap really helped me to get my data back. And it's not because people haven't tried, and it's not because I fast forward my videos. In the YouTube, there's actually a function where if you hit that gear button, you can slow down the video. So I only fast forward it so you don't have to watch a 20-30 minute episode of how to move one part from one disk into another. The reason is not that because somebody hasn't tried to do it and was successful at it. The reason is because what do you do with the drive once the heads are swapped? Most of the time, mechanical portion is just a portion of the procedure. Getting the drive back up to working condition, it's a must, but it's not all that it takes to get the information out. And I'm not saying this because I want you to believe that the way I do things is the only way. It's, you know, there are multiple different tools that can assist with post-mechanical repair process, which is disk imaging. But the procedure that I use had been proven to me many times by thousands of customers that I helped before, that it's the safest way to extract data. And if the drive is connected after the repair process directly to the machine and mounted under Windows or Mac or whatever, chances are it's gonna run into some issues during the data transfer process and die prematurely, resulting in insufficient amounts of data extracted from the drive. And that's just not the way that we do things here. We don't cut corners. We make sure that the data gets safe off the disk onto external drive or onto any other type of media device that the client would supply or we can pick up for them. And that's what we return as an end result. So today I got this case. It's a part of the MyBook, and this MyBook fell. It's not a surprise to me because just the generic design of the MyBook is designed to make them stand up vertically, which is crazy. But people still stand them up vertically, and it's very easy to knock it over to the side, and sometimes that's all it's going to take. So this unit needs heads. I power it up, it makes clicking noises. I can turn it on just to confirm it for you. Now I'm going to put the power cable aside. So before I begin, there are several things that I do in order to understand what kind of work is behind this case before I blindly disassemble a donor that works perfectly fine and use parts out of it. And that's head inspection. It's a critical step because that step can save my donor from getting ruined if this unit has a platter damage. If this unit has platter damage, we need to know about it before any parts go in it. And best way to do it is to inspect the head assembly to see what kind of contamination levels are present. And if there is some heavy contamination levels, then further inspection of the actual disk itself is needed. If we don't see too much contamination, then that's when the call can be made whether or not the drive should be attempted to be repaired either by straight swap or the platters have to come out and need to be looked at top and bottom. So let's begin. Let me line everything up and set everything up for initial inspection. We'll get the head assembly checked out. I'll show you what the heads look like and what potential threats may be. only has 4 discs. Sorry guys, 4 discs. And I do have a head comb for it. There we go. Let me label everything first. Put an X on all original parts. So now I'm going to go over and have a look at the head assembly. So the best way to inspect the head assembly is to look for some kind of flakes in front of the head, like around here or there, here. That is the biggest sign of damage. And unfortunately the microscope that I got right now, that has a camera mounted to it, is what I use for my micro soldering work. So it only zooms in to about 37.5 times. Overall, the head assembly looks really clean, and I would not call it a threatening situation. The discs are in good condition. Always a good idea to check the filters as well. And that should have probably been the first thing on the list, because if the filter is really contaminated, that's when you know the drive is in trouble. But checking the heads is more accurate way to detect the problem, so I'm not going to be checking out the filters on this unit. Okay, let's power it up. Let's see how it does now. Wrong switch. Okay, just wanted to show you something here. That there's a serial number 498 are the last letters. And enter the utility. The drive came ready. It's a Dragon family. That is the ID. So let's see if this drive has encryption or not. It does not. So now to finish up this case, I just have to start the imaging task, build a head map, and monitor the process to make sure all heads equally responding, and that the process is moving along fine. Once the image is completed, the data would be able to be extracted from the image onto the drive that the customer is going to be getting in the end. I hope you found this presentation interesting. This is how the drive gets repaired after it fell down and it started making clicking noises. And if you have any questions, as always, put them in the comments below. If the presentation was something that you liked, definitely hit like. If you need this service, check out the description box. The link is there. The very first thing, just click it there. Enter your details and we'll get a hold of you.